Hello, sociology learners. Welcome to this YouTube. I'm Shamir. I'm here having a new video for the beginners. Okay. Uh, I have already made one video. Why you choose sociology? If you choose sociology, what is the scope is available after we choosing sociology? Okay. Now I am trying to follow a syllabus, and this video is for those students who are taking and admitted first time in sociology, and they are trying to looking forward, and they are trying to search how sociology and what is sociology, and how they can relate their educational field. Okay, and this video is very beginning. Okay, in this video you will understand some sociology to introduction phase. Okay, this is unit 1 of the BA syllabus for Utkal universities. Okay, and I have mentioned the title, understanding sociology, and we will understand what is sociology, what is its definition, its subject matter, and its interdisciplinary nature. Okay, in introduction we'll focus the objectives in this video. Okay, what is our objectives? Our objectives is to understand what is sociology, and then to explore its nature and scope, sociology's nature and scopes, where it is going and where it is reaching. Okay, to learn about how sociology emerged as a discipline. Will back to the history of sociology, where sociology actually begins. And then the examine the relationship with the other social sciences. Actually this video is made for very simple words, and I am trying to give the very simple understanding the new beginners. Okay, and now the look at the definitions. In the definition, first we know in sociology, Auguste Comte, we known the founding father and the father of sociology, and he defined sociology is the science of social phenomena subject to natural and invariable laws. Auguste Comte basically defined the sociology is the science that is happening in our surroundings. The social phenomena means the events are occurring in our environment, in our circle. Okay, and then the another thinker, Emile Durkheim. Emile Durkheim defined the sociology is the study of social facts. Basically, Emile Durkheim's theory is about the facts. Facts is that similar the actions in our society, and he also described the sociology is the study of social facts. The social facts is the understand the social facts, what is happening, and the society's major role to defining the sociology. Okay, then the another thinker, Max Weber. Sociology is the science of social action. Max Weber is believer on the rational sciences. Okay, that's why he mentioned sociology is the science of social action. Okay, these are the definitions of three thinkers: Auguste Comte, Emile Durkheim, and Max Weber. Okay, you can mention in your notes. And okay, let's simplify the definition of all three. Sociology is the systematic study of society, social relationships, institutions, and behavior. This is a very simple word. Sociology, basically, we understand the society, how we study our society in a systematically way. Systematical means in the other sciences doing the research as like very systematically, the step by step. In sociology, it means the also will study the society in very systematical way. That's what sociology is, a social science, and how its relationship to other institutions, and what the society's behavior. Okay, here an example is, why do we stand in line while waiting for a bus? Sociology helps us to understand simple yet significant social behavior. We must have the instinct questions in our mind. When we travel somewhere, we didn't know anything about the environment, anything about the situation, but when we see a queue, when see a line, some people are gathering and standing in line to line in such a airport or bus stand on any other places, we just simply follow the lines. Okay, that is taught society to us. This is also we can take an example. Okay. Now, what is the subject matter of sociology? Basically, sociology subject matter, it's covering the core areas like the social institutions. Social institutions means the institutions that are running in society, like the family, the religion, education and economy, etc. Okay. And what is the social processes? Social processes, in social processes, it's covering the socialization, how a person is socializing after birth to after the birth, it's going to the as by as in very in different stages, that we covering in socialization. And cooperation, how the peoples are cooperating themselves in a society and they are proper performing in the small group and village and cities. These are the cooperations in society, social processes. And the conflict, everything in society, every society have the conflict. Okay. In social processes we have also learned the socialization, cooperation and conflict. Okay. And social groups and organizations. In sociology, as we are studying, or we are human beings who the peoples in living in groups and organizations, there is a formal and informal organization, many things we learn. Okay. Then another culture and norms. So in sociology we learn about the what is culture, how culture is impact humans, and where the culture is beginning, how culture is transformed from the generation to generation, how culture is passes, the norms is similar, the rules and regulations. Okay. Then we focus the social change and development, everything is changeable in all over the world. Okay. Similar, the society is changing day by day in time period, and we will also focus the what is society, what is the change in society, social, it's simple, social change and development. Okay. You can discuss, think about your family or school, how they are shaped by society and how do they shape you. This question needs basically is focusing. Yes, this discussions questions is basically asking about the think about how family is running, how we are behaving, how the family, how the society is regulating our thought, our actions, everything in our society is regulating, and society is having that power to, we are making ourselves towards the society is accepted to us. Okay. Now, shift nature and scope of sociology. I have tried to very simple words. What is nature? In simply, you know, the sociology is a social science. We have also learned sociology is a social science, not a natural science. We study the social phenomenon, social event, social action, social problems in society, not is a natural science. So why not? So actually natural science is also a science, sociology is also science, because natural science is studying the inanimate objects like the other things, but sociology study the human beings, living organisms. Okay. Yeah, sociology is a social science, not a natural science. How sociology, why we can call in sociology is a social science, not a natural science. The natural science is studying in the nature, and the sociology is study the social behavior, social action, social problems. And yeah, that's what we call the sociology is a science but not a natural science. Okay. It is both empirical and theoretical. Okay. Sociology is both empirical and theoretical. Empirical means those are practically possible, those are practically covered in the, when you study a population, when we study a group, will reach them peoples in empirical means in by field we can reach them, we can communicate them. Okay. And this is here mentioned, so it is both empirical and theoretical. Theoretical means in the theory section we can record them as a theory, as a writing script. Okay. That's what sociology is, empirical and theoretical. It studies human interaction in a social context. Sociology basically study the human interaction, how people interact themselves, how a family members interacting, how the neighborhood interacting, how the other groups, how the institutions, how the business institutions are interacting. It's everything comes under in sociological nature. Okay, and now what the scope of sociology? What is the scope of sociology? Sociology basically views two perspectives. It's two views in sociology. One of is a formal school. The formal perspective. Here the main founder is George Simmel. Here mentioned only Simmel. Sociology should study only social relationships. George Simmel is describing sociology. Those believing in the formal school, they just simple thought the sociology is the only the single science, and it is only the action, the scope is only limited in sociology, and it's only work on the sociological problems, sociological events, sociological actions. But the another point is the synthetic school. Those people believing in the sociology cover the synthetic means the intermixing. Okay, Imal Durkheim and August Comte, they explain the sociology should study all aspects of social life. Synthetic means the mixing, the intermixing. They believe the sociology can reach the other sciences, can reach the other subject, not only the sociology subject. Yeah. In conclusion, we can conclude sociology is a wide in scope. So basically, the sociology scope is very wide. It covers almost everything from the individual behavior at global issues like inequality, migration, and cultural changes. All other things like the other things is poverty and the unemployment and the environmental issues. Everything we can reach, we can study in sociology, under sociology. That's what the scope is very wide. Okay, emergence of sociology. Okay, where is the sociology emerged? Sociology, if you go to the historical background, it's emerged in 19th century. August Comte, the founding father, he gave the sociology, he coined the word sociology in 1839 or 38, 39. 2 years are mentioned in almost in every educational books and reference books. We can suggest in 1838, 39, both are true. Okay, in why sociology is emerged, it triggered like these events, like the when the industrial revolution happened in western society, like the European society, the French revolution, when the people are shifting their belief, the thought in the most towards the rational, rather than the church, rather than the clergy people are running their society. Okay, and the rise of science and rationalism. Yeah, it just mentioned the rise of science. When the people are more developed in scientific way, they just wanted a different science what can the covers all the social aspect, and in the new discipline, all the people are wanted and need a new discipline. That's what sociology accepted in western society in earlier. Okay, the key contributors. Who are the key contributors? I just mentioned August Comte, the father of sociology, and the other founding fathers like the Emil Durkheim, Karl Marx, Max Weber. Yeah, here is a question. Yeah, we can question ourselves where sociology is emerged, why the western social society is emerging sociology, why the 18th century. Yeah, we can have some other questions in our mind. Yes. Okay, okay, we can shift the next point. The sociology and its relationship with other social sciences. Basically, sociology, when we study the sociology, we study the sociological point of view. When we study anthropology, we study the anthropological point of view. When you study political science, it studies only the political point of view. But we are mentioning the similarity and difference between the sociology and other social sciences. Okay, the similarity in anthropology study the culture, anthropology study the kinship, the social structure. Okay, and similarly in sociology we are studying the study of culture, the study of kinship, the study of structure. But what is different in anthropology? it focus the tribal societies, the ancient societies. Okay, but sociology is modern. Sociology can cover the latest in very recent societies, very recent problems you can cover in sociology. Similarly, in political science, what is similar? So, in political science, we study the power, the government, the authority. Similarly, in sociology, we can study the power, authority, and the social power, the social authority, the how the people are legitimating that the authority, their power, the leaders. Okay, but so what is different in political science and sociology? Political science is focusing on the formal institutions, and sociology on the informal aspect of the power too. So in political science we will study the only the bureaucratic and the formal institution, but in sociology we can reach the informal institutions like uh, the friend circles, the groups, the families, everything is informal institutions. Okay, this is also taught us that is also have the some powers, it also have some ability to change the societies, many things in our society. That's what this is the different. And what is the difference in economics? In economics, the difference is the economy studies the quantitative perspective. It studies the number of the society. In economy, the it is more focused the numbers of how the peoples and what happened in. This is basically the numerical. It is mentioned the quantitative, but sociology include the qualitative. We are reaching that's a quality of the structure, the thoughts, the peoples, why actually the regions. Okay, in sociology similarly we study the production, the consumption, the wealth distribution, everything in similar. But what is different? It is only focusing different in the economy is focusing the quantitative perspective, but sociology is both focusing the qualitative aspect. Okay, what is similarity in history? In history, study of past event change over time. We have also studied in sociology the past event, the changing times. But what is different? Different is history is chronological. History is chronological, but sociology seeks the patterns and theories. History, if we read the history, if we understand history, we can read it a chronological way, and it will be interlinked, and it will be more helpful us to understand how history. Okay, but sociology is not depend on the chronological. Sociology is depend on the theory, the patterns of seeking the society, reaching that position, and the development of knowledge. Everything is different in sociology. And final, we can reach the conclusion. Sociology overlaps many disciplines, but it's a holistic view of society, make it unique. Yeah, sociology having many disciplines, having the similarity and its overlaps every discipline so likely. And the thinkers should also here is not mentioned. Some thinkers are believing the sociology is the mother of all social sciences. Yeah, and we can just recap of what did we learn. We learn the sociology studies of human society and social behavior, and it is a broad and interdisciplinary field, and it is immersed and a response to modern social changes like the French Revolution, the Industrial Revolution in Western society, and it has a strong ties with the other social sciences. We have discussed about the economy, the history, the political science, and the anthropology, how it is interlinked in sociology. Okay, and finally, here is a question for you. Can you think of one current issue like social media, unemployment, and tell how the socialism might help us to understand it better? We can discuss, and if you have some questions, if you have some doubts, you can mention in comment section. I will reach you. Yeah, thank you for here.